Welcome to George S. Clason's Greatest Lessons, where I'm highlighting my favorite parts with the richest man in Babylon. Today's topic is 7 cures for a lean purse. And if you enjoy the video, liking, subscribing, and hitting the bell for notifications is greatly appreciated. And if you're interested, consider joining with the Market Moves Investing Book Summaries link in the description down below. And the purpose of this lesson is, what are some rules to build wealth? And it's that anybody can start building wealth regardless of your current income. The characters used in this would be Sargon, the good king, who's trying to help his people by teaching them about wealth, and then Arkad, who is the richest man in Babylon, who is trying to teach about wealth.
The return of the good king, Sargon. And he returned to the unrest within Babylon's walls. Sargon asks, "What seems to be the problem?" To which the people said, "There is increased unemployment. Farmers are having a hard time selling their crops, and this is because many can't afford to buy it." And he responded, "Where has all the gold gone? How could this be possible?" To which the people responded, "The money has transferred into the hands of so few. The rest of us have no opportunity to obtain it." This caused the good king to be somewhat annoyed, and just a little bit confused as well. Why do so few men have all the money in the kingdom? The people said, "Because they know how to grow wealth, while we do not." Upon hearing this statement, Sargon thought to himself, "How do I remedy this situation? Do I just take the wealth from those who have the most money in the kingdom? Or is there a better alternative to the problem currently facing Babylon's walls?" And he said, "Well then, who can teach them? Surely there is someone. If it was merely a lack of understanding, then teaching them about money would be the solution." The people said, "The one with the greatest accumulation of wealth is Arkad." So Sargon said, "I will summon him tomorrow. Servants, make the preparations." And thus began the conversation between the good king and Arkad. The next morning, after all the preparations had been made, there was just a little bit of tension between the good king and Arkad. Sargon asked, "Arkad, is it true that you are the richest man in Babylon?" To which Arkad said, "Yes, it has become abundantly true." Sargon asked, "How have you managed to grow your wealth to be so large?" Now that he has identified the man who is the richest in Babylon, surely he would be the wisest on how to grow his wealth. Upon being questioned, Arkad spoke the truth with the king and began spreading his knowledge on how others may also begin accumulating wealth. Upon hearing this, the king became more and more optimistic, and they believed that the citizens could also follow in the words that Arkad was speaking. He said, "I believe it is possible to share my thoughts so others may learn. My accumulation of wealth comes from the following of many rules. I was raised poor and became wealthy, so I believe anyone can do it. Let me speak to the masses, your majesty." Sargon said, "Excellent. The kingdom must learn. There is great unrest caused by a lack of understanding. What rules do you have for the citizens so that they may follow?" The first cure: start thy purse to fattening. Arkad began by simply asking the citizens what they did for work. "You, what craft do you work to make money in this kingdom?" "I work many hours as a scribe making clay tablets." "And you in the back, what do you do to make money?" He says, "I am a butcher. I raise and kill the animals that we all eat." Regardless of your trade, you all make money by using your skills. Thus, your coin purse grows from doing work. The citizens look kind of disappointed. "Yes, this is obvious. How is it your purse grows so much faster?" Arkad responded, "To build wealth, would it not make sense to start with what you have? For every 10 coins you make from your trade, 1 will be yours to keep. The weight of your purse will increase in time." The lesson being, save at least 10% of your income. The second cure: control thy expenditures. Arkad said, "Some may ask, but how do I keep 10% of what I make? I'll ask this instead. How many of you have lean purses?" The citizens all raised their hands. "So all of you carry lean purses. How is this possible? Surely you do not all get paid the same amount of money for your trade." Arkad then began calling out the citizens in the audience. The poorest in the audience can live on what they make. So why is it the richest in the audience cannot live on means similar to him? This caused confusion. What do you mean? All my purchases are for my daily struggle. And Arkad responds, it has become clear that your necessary purchases seem to grow with your increased incomes. You must live on by only what you really need. The lesson here being, live below your means. The third cure, make thy gold multiply. Keeping coins in your purse is satisfying, but keeping coins in your investments is rewarding. Put your money to work. The citizens ask, how is it possible to make my money work? Doesn't it just sit there? Far from it. Coins used in investments work as slaves every day on every hour. For example, using your savings to buy another house. From this purchase, you can have someone pay you rent. The statement from Arkad caused the citizens to become somewhat upset with him. How could I possibly afford a new house for rent? To which Arkad said, following the first two cures shall allow you to have the money necessary for your upcoming investments. Then you can make money your slave. The lesson of the third cure, invest your money. The fourth cure, guard thy treasure from loss. Arkad said, gold must be guarded carefully. Learning to protect your gold is just as important as making it. The citizens all looked at each other. Yes, thieves are terrible. Arkad said, not just thieves. Making poor investments means losing money just as easily as getting robbed from thieves. Once again, the citizens started to look upset. I thought the third cure was to put it into investment. Why put my money there if I could lose it all? Arkad responds, you must make intelligent choices in where you put your money. Trusting the brickmaker to find you jewels is a far cry from trusting the shield maker to pay you rent. The fourth cure's lesson, maintain safety of principle. The fifth of our 7 cures, make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. Arkad said, too many families in this kingdom pay absurdly high rates to their landlords. Your income is being sapped from your life. The citizens looked. Well, then what should we do? Arkad said, it is not beyond anyone's capabilities to own their own home. Follow the previous cures, and you shall find an easy and secure source of income. And this statement is saying, by not paying rent, you're effectively giving yourself a total net increase in income. The fifth cure, buy a home when you're ready. The sixth cure, insure a future income. At this point, Arkad looked around the audience, and he saw that most, if not all, of the citizens who came to attend this meeting were young men who were going to relay the information back to their families back home. Arkad said, it is no surprise that every person grows old. When your bones ache in pain from the toils of work in your youth, how will you make money? This made the citizens look around at each other and smile a little bit, because they had been learning the previous 5 cures. Well, most likely from our investments that we made earlier. Arkad was glad that they were listening. Exactly. Your investments are your insurance policies for your old age. Think about how you'll make money when you are old and unable to work. The 6th cure, plan for retirement. The 7th cure, increase thy ability to earn. Arkad asked, what is it that you all came here to learn? We wish to increase the size of our coin purse, they said. And he said, before coming here, how did you think about making money? To which the citizens replied, we do our job and get paid for our services. What would happen if you worked more hours or got a higher payment for your services? The citizens said, surely we would obtain more money. And Arkad responded, what would you use that extra money for? From what we have learned, we will make smart investments. Arkad said, your drive for success is tied to the efforts you put in. A man making 100 coins a month, following the same rules, will end up poorer than one making 200 coins a month doing the same thing. Your upfront work will pay off dramatically later. The seventh cures lesson: do what you can to increase your income right now.